Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun with a rose in a...
Back to my channel. My name is Mavi. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you click the subscribe button below, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I have already done my base, which is my face and also my eyes, so I'm going to begin with my right eye here. Okay, so I'm going to first take a fluffy brush, and then I'm going to be using a transition shade, which is the Tarte in Paarty, guys. So that's what I'm going to be first using as a transition shade, and it's a nice light pink. I'm going to be tapping the axis off, and I'm just using a circular motion and going in windshield wiper motions. Okay, and you want to make sure you place the color, the transition color, on the ends of your, like the outer lids of your eyes, and also the inner corner of your eyes as well. So that's basically where you will be applying more brighter colors. So next I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette, and I'm going to be using this color called Paarty. It's a pretty dark pink color. And you want to make sure you tap the axis color off, and you want to basically put it where you put the transition colors. So over here at the outer corners and the inner corner. And I'm still using the same brush. So I'm going to be using the same transition color shade that I use called Paarty, and just basically going over it in windshield wiper motion so we can blend it. And you want to make sure until your fluffy brush is clean, I'm just going to be wiping any excess off and then just cleaning it. So that's one easy way. You guys can use the same brush. So after you have finished that, I'm going to be using the same palette and in the color Zobo, and it's a darker purple. So I'm going to be placing that on the outer corner and the inner corner of my eyes. Make sure you tap the axis off. So I'm just doing it where I placed it on the lids, just for that dark purplish look. I'm using my fingers as well, so it's easier. And the key to these types of look is you want to start off as a lighter shade and then gradually build your colors up to like a darker color, so it doesn't look muddy at all. And you want to take the same shade here and then put it in a little bit, like just like on the crease with the flat brush. And then I'm just taking a clean fluffy brush and then just blending it basically. I'm just like basically blending it. So I'm going to be taking the transition shade again, and I'm just going to be using it to clean off the outer areas and just blend it thoroughly. Like I'm just using at the outer corner. You want to make sure that do it in circular motions here, and just do windshield wiper motions again, just so it's nicely blended. So I'm going to be using my Nubian Tube palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to use a bit I'm going to be using a darker color here called Jezebel. I'm just using it on the tips of my fingers, and I'm using it where I place the purple color here. And I'm basically placing it on the outer corner of my eyes and in the inner corners, just for a nice dark purple. and just blending it. So you want to place the shimmering color in the middle of your eyes, and that's why it's called a halo effect. I'm going to be taking the Nubian palette by Juvia's, and I'm going to be using the shade here on the first row on the left side. I'm just using it on my fingers because it is a lot more pigment to apply from your fingers, and I'm just placing it in the middle basically. Underneath my lashes, I'm going to use the same color. So I'm using the detailer brush by Beach Cosmetics number 132, and I'm going to be using the Masquerade palette by Juvia's, and I'm using Bory, the color Bory, like a dark pinkish color. Tap the excess off, and then just work at the lower lash. Next, I'm going to be applying a highlighter color on my brow bone. So I'm going to be using the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. And I'm just using this color here, a fluffy brush. And I'm applying a little bit and just tapping it off and on the brow bone. So I'm going to be applying my false lashes off camera. Okay, so now that I've already applied my false lashes, I'm going to be working at the inner corner of my eyes. So I'm going to be making it fully like bedazzled, like have a little bit of sparkle in the inner corners, just to make your eyes pop. I'm going to be using the Nubian by Juvia's palette, and I'm going to be using that same highlight color that I've used on my brows. So I'm using the detailer brush here. I'm just applying it in the inner corners. Next, I'm going to be contouring my cheeks. So I'm going to be using my Beach Cosmetics number 125 and my favorite palette, Kat Von D Shade and Light. And I'm going to be using the darker brown shades. These shades are lightly just going around my forehead there. And I always use circular motions for my cheeks here. I'm going to be basically contouring my nose as well, and I'm going to be basically using the same shade, which is Subconscious. And yes, I am using my Beach Cosmetics number 129 brush. For highlighting my nose, I'm just going to be using the same highlight that I use for the inner corner of my eyes, because I love these highlighters on the Juvia's Place. They're so pigmented, guys. Like, if you guys haven't had your hands on these, make sure you purchase them. And just so you know, I'm not sponsored. I actually purchased this with my hard-earned money. Okay, so for the cheeks, I'm going to be using a nice blush, and it's Tarte Paarty color, as I used as a transition shade on my eyes. And I'm going to be using the same brush that I used for highlighting my nose. So for highlighting my cheekbones, I'm going to be using the same palette, which is the Juvia's Place Nubian, and I'm going to be using this shade here. So it's the one that's from the left, the first row from the left. Oh my god, this glow, guys. The perfect pink in here. Like, I love this highlighter because it's not just a yellow based highlighter or like a white highlighter base, but it has a little bit of pink sheen to it. Oh my god, can you guys see this highlighter pop in? Guys, pick this palette up. I'm gonna be making a review as well, because I just purchased these, and these are like the best purchases I've ever made in my life. My highlight be popping. My highlight be popping. I have everything so dramatic. I wanted to keep my lips a lot more neutral, so I'm using this Tarte called birthday suit. So I got this for my birthday. You know how at Sephora they have like free birthday gifts, so this was one of it, and these are amazing, guys. Like, I would definitely say make sure you go to Sephora and pick up your birthday gift when it is the time for your birthday. So gosh. Oh my god. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips, and I'm gonna be using the color Soar from MAC, and it's a nice deep pinkish liner.